Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the three most important sections: sports, technology, and economy. But before starting with our sections, we will emphasize the important victory that the Colombian team had against Venezuela, in which it was said to have won with a score of 3-0 at the beginning of the qualifying rounds for the 2022 World. But not everything was happiness during the game because the fracture of Santiago Arias left the country shocked. Bayer Leverkusen said today that the injury to the side in the left leg. The German club said the worst for the player, broken fibula injury to the left ankle. Arias, who arrived at Leverkusen at the beginning of the season on loan from the Madrid-based athletic club, will have recovery time of 6 months. The Colombian side will have to go through the operating room at the middle of next week. Will travel from Colombia to Spain. The operations and recovery will be carried out jointly by Bayer Leverkusen and Atletico owner the sport rights. The exact moment when he suffered the fractures in should be. We deeply regret this news and wish Santiago Arias a speed recovery. We started with the first technology titular, Xbox Series X, the most powerful video games console. We gave the floor to the reporter Johan Sarmiento.
Hi, welcome to this technology section. In this case, we are going to talk about the Xbox Series X, one of the most powerful consoles in this gen. Xbox said this is going to be the most powerful console just for $5,000. Talking about with firm and processor AMD can works into 841 kilohertz and works with ray tracing. But let's see deeper how this console works. This console, as I said, works with an AMD who has worked with 8 knuckles and the first knuckle, who is working a lot faster and can reload the games faster as the Xbox One X. The other things presented is the smallest and minimalist design can represent with the smallest box, who have 300 millimeters from a height and 100 in half millimeters from inch and half the thickness. This console have also read compatibility, can work also with games, also physical games and digital games from the Xbox One and the Xbox 360. Can support, for example, who want to change the 360 from this console. Talking about keeping in mind, Xbox said that the players can be post-parameter around the world with the Game Pass. And the Game Pass also have 300 and also more games. Then again, you can play everyone once you pay this subscription with fair and also got with gold. Then is the other service that Xbox has. Also, Xbox said that this console is going to be launched in November, but also in September you can reserve it just for $500. And the Xbox Series S, that is the smallest sister, also for $10. Thanks for asking. Bye.
Thanks, Johan. We counted the second headline. The Tour of France was not won by Nairo Quintana. I gave the floor to our college, Nicolas.
Thank you, Camila. Now, in the sports section, Nairo Quintana fell in the Tour of France and could not achieve the goal of fighting for the title. An accident that left an injury from which is recovering. Quintana said he had been in intense therapy to get over the problem that affects him in his left knee. Nairo had an incident last July when he was training in the roads of Boyacá, Colombia, but on that occasion the incident was in his right knee. In addition, Nairo said he was working to recovery after his falls and the cartilage of the patella of his left knee was broken. Finally, he said he was not sure about return to the country and compete in other races. Nicolas Daza, let's continue with you, Maria Camila.
Thanks, Nicolas. And the third and last headline is about economy. Economy company have not been about to survive to the pandemic.
Thanks, Camila. That is right. One more time in the economy section. Today's news is anything but encouraging. The Interacting Corporation said that about 18% of Colombian companies declared bankruptcy due to the pandemic. This is due to the extensive cessation of activity, which in some sectors lasted up to 5 months. Maria Fernanda, a businesswoman, said her sales dropped more than 60% compared to normal times. The director of Interacting said that it was worrying the lack of employment. Companies can no longer hire and do not receive support. The Minister of Labor said he could help the employment. We will see in which end. I continue with you in study, Camila.
Thank you, Giovanni. We thank you all for your tuning in the May the News be of your interest, and we will meet again next time. Bye bye.